watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 3 of the SCAC volleyball season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Volleyball Players of the Week. First, the Defensive Player of the Week, senior middle blocker Emily Ellis, and the Offensive Player of the Week, senior right side Sarah Williammee, both of the Trinity University Tigers. And Emily, Sarah, first of all, congratulations, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We'll get started for a question for both of you, Emily and Sarah. This team now 8-2 as you get ready to step into SCAC conference play. As always, Trinity navigating one of the toughest schedules in the country. This team has now won 3 straight matches as we get ready for conference action. Just your thoughts. I'm interested on just sort of where you feel this team is at, the confidence this team is playing with, and how prepared you feel that you are heading into SCAC play with that challenging non-conference competition.
Yeah, I think our overall record 8-2. We never really look at that when we go into the next weekend. So just going into this weekend with a 0-0 mindset, kind of going in and rolling through. I also think we had a few tough losses that I think have helped motivate us to kind of unleash some potential there. So we haven't quite unleashed all that potential. So I'm very, very excited to see what we can do this weekend for sure. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Emily. I think we do have a lot of potential still, that like things that we're working on and constantly like adapting each week. So going in, like she said, with a 0-0 mindset and really taking each game as it comes and not expecting anything and just staying competitive.
Emily, for you specifically, looking at this past week and some outstanding performances specifically in that win over Juniata, 8 blocks. You averaged 1.65 blocks per set this past weekend, earning all-tournament team. Just your thoughts on where your individual confidence level is at and how you've been able to be so successful out there on the court for the Tigers this year.
Yeah, I think I kind of had a little bit of a slow start this year, which was a little discouraging, but I'm very excited. One of my favorite things is blocking people, obviously. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into this weekend, at least defensively, obviously. But yeah, I couldn't do without my teammates. I couldn't do without the coaches. Yeah.
Sarah, you've continued your hot start to your senior season, now earning your second tournament MVP through these couple of early tournaments to open up the season. You had a .400 hitting percentage this past weekend with 24 kills to lead the team. How have you continued to grow into this year and continue to blossom with that confidence early on in the season?
I would definitely say, like I said during the last interview, I think it's like a really big team effort, and because our serve receive is so good and because our setting is so good, it makes me more successful as a hitter. Marissa and I definitely worked a lot together, especially last week, on running different plays in our offense, especially off of free balls. And so I think that has really helped me be successful. But again, that was me and Marissa working together. So it's definitely a team effort on that one.
As a couple of senior leaders on this team and two that have been, a part of this Trinity volleyball program for a couple of years now, I'm interested, outside of stuff that happens on the court within the game, the blocks, the kills, those moments, what are your favorite parts about being a part of this Trinity volleyball program?
I think my favorite part is the people, and not just the current people, but the alumni too. I think we all have really close connections with some of those people. But when it comes to the teams and the current players, it's definitely the culture. I think we're all just like really great friends. And that helps, coming to practice every day and every weekend. It's really nice to see everyone. And there's not a single person on this team that doesn't want to be here. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Emily on that one. The people for sure, like going to practice and going to lift and going to tournaments every weekend wouldn't be the same without such a great group of people. It just makes me excited to be around everyone. And even just being in the locker room before the games is so much fun, like everyone laughing and having a good time. So that's definitely my favorite part that I'm going to remember.
Finally, to wrap things up, as you mentioned, you and the rest of your teammates open up SCAC play this weekend as you take on Austin College, Centenary, and Dallas. Just your thoughts from the two of you in terms of what we'll need to continue to go right for this team to build on this early season momentum, and what are your expectations heading into the weekend and the open of SCAC play?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to beat Trinity Volleyball, and we always say this. I think we're a really good program, and so going into this weekend, while we're not playing ranked teams, and we are going into a little bit of a little weaker of a schedule this weekend, I think it's still super important to stay focused. And like I said earlier, just to kind of unleash some of that potential that we haven't quite hit yet. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think we're going to do some great things. So
Yeah, I agree with Emily on that. I think just like letting kind of the freshness of conference play be a motivator for us, and also taking it like each team that is going to be playing us, they are going to go for broke. Like they're going to play, some of the best that they've played, because everyone wants to beat TUVB because of our ranking. So I think just keeping that mindset and staying aware of that as we go throughout the play, and just letting that motivate us to perform the way that we know we can.
The SCAC Volleyball Players of the Week this week: the Defensive Player of the Week, Senior Middle Blocker Emily Ellis, and the Offensive Player of the Week, Senior Right Side Sarah Williammee, both of the Trinity University Tigers. Emily and Sarah, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to march forward throughout your senior seasons.
thank you.
Thank you.